good afternoon, and welcome to Audiotree Live for this potentially deluged Wednesday, June 12th, 2013. Thanks to our sponsors, The Music Garage and Emperor Cabs. We are honored to have in the studio with us today, Strawberry Heritage.
Hi.
Hey. Take it away, man.
You've got flower pollen in your heart, and I am a bee, because sugar blood runs through you. It runs through me, and I land on your petals as we breathe. We bend with the breeze. I'm a rock and a tree, or a stream. You're washing us clean with your pollen. You pass on your bloodline wherever you can. Within my head, I spread it around. You are lush as a lily flower open, and you are my home. No more alone. I lay myself down.
Audiotree Live with Strawberry Heritage. Thanks so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got John Hanson and Lauren Peacock in the studio with us today. Hey, John, why don't you explain, or Lauren too, a little bit of why the two of you are doing this tour together versus the, gratuitous other musicians that could have come along with you or whatnot.
Yeah, well, Lauren and I met at a house show a little while back, and we're both kind of floating in the same circle of musicians. And I've got a bunch of other people that play on my songs with me, and asked them all if they'd come on this tour with me, and basically every one of them had jobs and other commitments and things. So
Means I don't have a job.
she has no job.
She's a Nashville pro musician.
That's right.
So Lauren routed up and played a couple shows on our way up here solo, and came to Grand Rapids, did a little boot camp song work.
Yeah.
And we hit the road.
Yeah, how many songs did you have her learn? Or how many songs did you have to
7 or
learn?
8,
Yeah.
I think. We had like a day and a half. It
Did
was
just
fun.
cram them all in?
Yeah.
Did you use
He's got a lot of
flashcards?
lyrics. No, I just the
Did 'em
CD
over
that
and
I
over.
made for myself for the road trip, and a little bit of listening before then, and
Nice.
I had the lyrics, and I might have tried for a second to have them real big in front of me, some of it during the drive, but that wasn't gonna work.
Yeah,
Don't try that at home.
some rappers
Should
bring
never
like
try.
their Blackberries out and stuff. You could probably do that on stage and
I am
nobody
not
would
a
care.
rapper.
Well, you were going to at the beginning, but
That's
we
true.
changed
I
our
thought
minds.
that's what you meant.
I said riffage. I meant
Oh.
like wiggles
Am I
on the
supposed to rap
guitar.
now?
Whatever. You want to move into?
There's no rapping in John's songs yet.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Maybe I'll have some influence.
Yeah, maybe you can add that to it. It'll be like acoustic folk rap, you know, from now on.
It's a new super genre.
Exactly. John, you want to move into another song?
Sure, yeah. This is a song I wrote when I first moved to Grand Rapids, started falling for a girl. It's called Strike a Match.
Cool.
Together real well, and you're sitting kind of close, and I am everything but riddled by your smell, and you're sipping on a cup, and I can see just how you like to use your lips, and I would just keep quiet so I wouldn't hurt my chances for a kiss. You've broken every man who stumbled into your heart, and now you take my hand, strike a match and watch it burn. Strike a match and watch it burn so quickly out. Will you keep your chin up high, and I will always catch your smile every time. It's another spirit lifted, and we're passing right through walls, but in our minds. Thing that's quilted, it's the kind of thing that stops you on a dime, and I'm everything but drifting towards you. I can't leave my solitude behind. And you've broken every man who stumbled into your heart. Take my hand, strike a match and watch it burn. Strike a match and watch it burn so quickly out. Strike a match and watch it burn. Strike a match and watch it burn so quickly out.
All right. Strawberry Heritage, Audiotree Live. Grand Rapids in the house, representing right now.
That's right.
John, do you want to talk a little bit about specifically the Lamplight Music Festival and kind of your record label deal?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been playing music for a long time, done a lot of music festivals, been around the country, and done a lot of concerts and bar shows and stuff, and I just kind of realized that my ideal show setting was in a living room. And what if we were to just make a music festival that's only living room shows? And so then I just decided, let's call it the Lamplight Music Festival, and we'll do it in Grand Rapids, where there's a bunch of people on my block who love music and hosting shows already.
Yeah.
Let's unite our forces and make a really kick-ass experience. So Lamplight was born, and we do it the first week in November every year now in Grand Rapids, and we're busy planning year 2.
Cool.
So
last year was
last
year
year
one.
was the first
Cool.
year.
Yeah. And you have tonight you're playing a show at the Fancy Shanty, which is a friend of yours' house.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Gavin from the Bears of Blue River.
Okay.
And yeah, some of my favorite Chicago bands or artists, Wooden Rings is going to play,
Okay,
and
cool.
Ty Maxon as well.
Yeah.
As well as Gavin, and Lauren's going to play a few of her own songs.
Nice.
Too, so.
The Lauren Peacock experience there. That sounds awesome. And then will you guys be playing together then as well, or just you as John Hanson? Or
Strawberry Heritage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be real cool.
Yeah.
an evening of food and music.
Yeah, I saw that on the there's the Facebook group. It's an evening of food and music. Yeah.
Just keeping it real mellow, you know.
Yeah.
Keeping bellies full. I got popcorn I'm gonna bring. That's my
Yes. That's your BYOF. Do you guys actually play by lamplight ever? There ever any like, you know, gas burning lamps?
Yeah, the whole thing actually was lamps.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, this year we want to do more video, so we might get some of these Chinese lanterns in there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. They have
It's
a
still
bunch
gonna
of
look
them.
like it was all lit by lamps.
Yeah, absolutely. Chinese lamps. You want to move into the next song there?
Yeah, this is a song from our new record we're on tour with right now. It's called Wood Smoke in the Hair.
That record is The New Rise. Pick it up. It just dropped yesterday.
Your face kissed by candlelight. It's a sight I passed through summer to see. Red moon in November does bring the old field and the oak tree, the rocks in between. Shallow river, dry ravine. Let it come between us, let it in, let it in between. Hidden like the crow's nest, huddled like the green of wild leeks. Grass stains in the palms and wood smoke in the hair. Ancestral comb the body with one's own electricity.
Beautiful. Audiotree Live with Strawberry Heritage. Thanks again, guys, for coming in and sharing your music with us here. The internet, which is where I get all of my information, especially about you guys, describes John Hansen as uber talented over many different times with the umlauts over it. You are a musician and a videographer, producer. What kind of production have you done or videography lately?
I've been doing all kinds of really sweet stuff lately. With my friends in Frontier Ruckus,
Cool.
made a music video for them with 16mm and digital. Made a 16mm music video for Samantha Crane.
Cool.
Working on a video right now for Nathan Kalish, who's a Grand Rapids artist. Gonna be working with Gifts or Creatures on a Super 8 music video.
Awesome.
Just loving it.
Yeah, and lots of connections there through Grand Rapids and kind of that
Totally,
West
yeah,
Michigan
the
thing.
Michigan scene is really flourishing. A lot of great people.
Yeah.
And just keeps getting better. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's super exciting. Do you ever do any work with like other people? I mean, you're originally from Chicago, is that true?
I'm originally from Traverse City, which is northern Michigan.
Okay.
Then moved to Chicago for a little while, moved back to Michigan and Grand Rapids, and been working a lot with the Earthwork Music.
Yeah.
It's a folk label based out of northern Michigan, and they're doing a ton of sweet stuff.
And you said earlier they kind of did half of your record, or it's like, can you explain
Yeah, I've
that?
been developing Lamplight as a record label of sorts, and so the record's kind of jointly put out by both Earthwork Music and Lamplight.
Okay, cool. Just because you're in the beginning stages, you couldn't do all the money or the heavy lifting, I suppose, of that record.
Totally. And Earthwork is just totally like a family to me.
Cool.
I grew up listening to Earthwork artists, and
Cool.
like I'm like the younger brother who's like
Yeah.
now kind of inducted into adulthood there. So
They finally let you in. They hazed you a little bit and then brought you in. That's awesome. And Lauren, would you take a second just to describe what you're doing musically?
Just mostly my own stuff, going under my own name.
Lauren
And-
Peacock, for those who don't know.
Yeah. And I released a full-length record a couple years ago. I'm working on a second. There was an EP in between, and
Cool.
got to work with some good people like Daniel Smith at Danielson and
Yeah.
Me Without You. They were the backing band on that, and
Sweet.
Dennis and Whitmer sang on it, and a bunch of my friends just were willing to believe in it and put their musical abilities toward it. And it was really fun to work with Daniel too. And yeah, just kind of touring that. I moved to Nashville recently.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It's, nice and green there, and people are really nice, and the winters aren't as bad.
Cool. Yeah, it's not too country over there for you? Or,
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty thriving city, so they say. I've never been there before.
Yeah, it's pretty metropolitan.
Cool.
And there's a lot of people moving there right now. I feel like there's
Yeah.
a huge influx.
Right.
A lot of people both excited and then, joke about it in like a, keep them all away kind of way.
Yeah,
I just read an
yeah.
article actually about it. But it's been really good so far.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bands that we have in here that are like from Louisville or like that area, and a lot of them gravitate towards Nashville or, move there and form the band. They're all from tiny towns in
It's a good place to tour from too, because it's nice and central.
Cool. Yeah, you can get up to New
and
York in
so nice
some number
there
of hours.
actually.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Move on to another song.
sure, this is an old song I wrote maybe 6 years ago when I was working as a maintenance person at a golf course.
Sweet.
So, early mornings, driving a tractor.
I didn't even know that.
Take it away.
Hammering all day in an Illinois quarry. A simple leather glove, worn, shiny. A pickaxe in my hand, not a cloud in the sky. Thinking about my past, not a thing I would deny. A working man's glove, a chisel on the table. If it's a simple life you love, for work you must be able. Open your eyes in the morning sky. It's cold and there's snow, but a cotton shirt and a lamb's wool hat will keep you warm to the bone. So grab your tools and your leather gloves. You're off for your train, and when you come home there'll be love, children to give you hugs. A working man's glove, a chisel on the table. If it's a simple life you love, for work you must be able. A working man's glove, a chisel on the table. If it's a simple life you love, for work you must be able.
right. Audiotree live in the studio with Strawberry Heritage. So did you drive a tractor that pulled a mower or the one that picked up the golf balls? Or both?
It was the mower one.
Okay.
Gang mowers. There's like 8 reels on it.
Jeez.
And they're like really wide, so you're like weaving between trees.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I'd hit the trees, and then my dad would yell at me. And
Did your dad
he
own
was
the
my
golf
boss,
course?
Yeah, my boss. He was the superintendent.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Of maintenance or of like
Yes,
the whole
of maintenance.
deal? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Them were the good old days.
Yeah.
What other ridiculous jobs have you guys worked being struggling musicians or not struggling?
Oh my God,
come
I had
on,
this
but-
crazy emergency job that I was like totally going under unless I got a job. And so I got hired at the airport for an 8 a.m. or for a 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. snow removal shift every day.
man.
It totally killed my body clock and like just was ruined.
Whoa.
I'd get to bed at like midnight or 2, wake up at 4. It sucked.
Jeez.
And I had like college roommates who were just like drinking 30 packs of Busch, and it was bad.
So what did you do? I mean, did you drive like a snow blower or something?
I learned how to drive front end loaders, like
Okay.
huge things for snow removal, and like a salt machine that
Jeez.
sprayed salt. Yeah, it was
Wow.
the worst thing ever.
You're just a renaissance man. You can drive any large vehicle. Lauren, what about you?
I'm probably forgetting something, but I think just the regular like cocktail waitressing was
Right.
probably the weirdest for
Uh-huh.
me. But the regular baristaing and things.
Yeah.
One of my first cocktail waitressing shifts at the Green Mill Lounge, I walked in there and I was just like, I'm a poet. I thought I was a poet at that point. I need a job, and I got to work the poetry slam, which is
Oh,
kind of cool.
all right.
And
that's
one of
good
my
things.
second shifts, one of the other senior waitresses knocked an entire tray of drinks out of my hand. She apologized profusely, but that's like the weirdest thing. I don't know.
Jeez.
That was the weirdest job, I guess, for me. Oh, I day managed a bar on the west side of Chicago. I sound like a terrible person.
You
but
day managed.
this-
They're all
that's why
drinking
these
related.
are strange. Those were strange jobs for me, but they happened
Yeah.
along the way.
So wait, you day managed, so you got a lot of like the third shifters that came in and had like breakfast beer or what?
Probably. I still don't understand to this day what was going on. Like, but yeah, there was a pool table. It was empty half the time. My mom was not pleased. She was on the way west side and like past Albany Park.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought I should
now
mention,
America knows all of that.
Yeah, now America. All the viewers, they
you
all
had
know
to
now.
I'm actually a pretzel vendor too. My parents own this pretzel vending business.
All
They
right.
build carts, and so like every summer I go to the parades and just sell hot
And
pretzels.
vend-
Want to compete? My parents owned a luxury laundromat once, and I used to run the snack bar. But I was 6.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah.
Snack bar.
Wow.
Big screen TVs, pool tables.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
Do you have like a big pretzel costume that you wear at all? Or no?
No,
John?
no.
Just a guy.
Just a guy with an apron.
Very
And a cart.
So actually, this next song we're gonna play kind of pertains to a job. I was working at this vegetarian restaurant, and I hate to like see food go to waste, and so like every table that we'd give out like salsa with like breakfasts. It was kind of like a Hispanic influence, like Cuban kind
Okay.
of restaurant. So if people didn't touch their salsa, I would take it, instead of throwing it away, I'd like save it in a container and take it home, because it was like really good salsa.
Yeah.
The chefs at this place were awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'd go home with like a nice little container of salsa to like eat at home with chips.
Yes.
And then I got fired from the restaurant, and like that was one of the main reasons I got fired.
Oh, come on. But they
I
were going to
know.
throw it away anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like that's the kind of country we live in.
Bummer.
You're just not allowed to do that. You got to throw it away.
Yeah. Bummer, man.
Yeah.
Well, at least you ate good salsa for a
I
while.
know. I did have a salsa legacy. So yeah, the song's
Few good days.
called "Work Harder." It's about getting fired.
Awesome. Take it away.
They both want you home. They both want you home. So take what you will and let it alone. Take what you will and let it alone. Someone else will come along soon. place. So let it be on justice in this place. Here, they won't see you the same at all. Would you let go of the reins, set free to the clouds in the sky? Free to the sky. Never would the drive-in take so long. Never would be stronger or more alone. And resting in the backseat of the car, a second-hand old camera and a guitar, the scent of a brand new nature under my nose. A whipping harmony blows through my clothes. Here, they won't see you the same at all. Would you let go of the reins, set free to the clouds in the sky? Free to the sky.
Audiotree Live, Strawberry Heritage. Before we close out, John, I wanted to give you a chance to shout out to your wife or whatever. You're just recently married, right?
Yeah. Marley, I love you. Wherever you are.
Wherever she is.
Yeah, we had an incredible wedding, and it was so much fun. We did it at CSA Farm in Bangor, Michigan, and just so much love and
Cool.
great people and community and family.
Awesome.
It's really inspiring.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for coming into the studio today.
Our pleasure.
Thanks the camera crew, the sound guys, everybody in the studio. Thanks for the viewers for watching, checking these guys out. If you enjoyed this session, please extend your gratitude via Twitter or Facebook. Be sure to check out all the other awesome sessions that we have at audiotree.tv. Bye.